Hello, hello, hello. Autoimmune Prepper here. If this is your first time visiting my channel, I'd like to say welcome and I encourage you to subscribe to my channel. If you subscribe, make sure that you also hit that notification bell. That way, when I put out new videos, you will be notified. And of course, if you are already a subscriber, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for sticking with me, being patient with me. Thank you to all of those who usually comment down in the comment section. I love to hear from you guys. You all offer some good suggestions and advice, and that's what we should be doing. We should offer that information. We may know something that somebody else doesn't know, and it's just good to communicate with one another and share information. Now, granted, this is a prepping channel, but because there is just so much going on, some other topics I'd like to talk about and touch base with you all on. And of course, it has to do with mandatory stuff or people losing their livelihood because they want to have a choice to say yes or to say no. But before I dive more into this video, give the video a thumbs up, share it. Again, leave your thoughts and your comments down in the comments section. And I just only ask that everybody just keep it cute because we are nice over here. So, anyway, as I'm scrolling through, I'm looking at different videos today, and I'm coming across videos about nurses protesting. And let me see, where was this? Give me a second. These people are located in, I don't know how to share a screen, so you're probably gonna see me looking at my computer. Guess that's what you guys will see. So this is a nurses protest the mandatory C-19V for the healthcare workers. And this was as of August 10th of this year. So anyway, it's just sad that either the choices it's not even well technically it's not even really a choice. It is, but it's not. Either you get this by October, whatever the end date was, or disciplinary actions are going to be taken all the way up to possible termination, or more than likely termination. How unfair is that? Because somebody says, I don't want this for whatever their reasons are. If it's health reasons, if it's religious reasons, medical exemptions, whatever exemptions that exist, or I just don't want to. Uh, I wouldn't even be using the term it's not FDA approved, so that's why I don't want it. Because what happens when it becomes FDA approved? Then are you going to move forward with getting it? Probably not. You probably still wouldn't want it, so I wouldn't even use that term. It would just be no, thank you. I'm going to rely on my natural immunity. That's the choice I want to take. I'll wear my face shield mask while I am working on our patients to keep them safe. Because my thing is, people always use this term, at the end of the day, even though they're getting bead, there are still breakthroughs of people getting infected. So, okay, I'm going to go out on a limb. I'm going to get this. and I still have a high probability of getting the C anyway. I, that just makes absolutely no sense to me. The other thing that doesn't make sense to me is I don't want something, I don't want you giving me something, and if it hurts me, I don't have any legal recourse because you're protected for whatever reasons. Why is that? Why are you protected and I'm not? Something happens to me, I can't provide for my family anymore because I'm all messed up from this, or in pain or nerve damage, whatever side effects that people get when they get this, and there's no legal recourse. Mm-mm. I don't want that. I need some backing. I need some kind of compensation if something happens. But I can't go after the makers of this. It's just oops, sorry. And what you're gonna say? It was experimental, so you chose to participate, so that is on you. Don't know what to tell you. I need some kind of guarantee. I need to take this paper in with me that says something happens. Yeah, my your doctor's gonna be responsible, or these people gonna be responsible, and I can get some kind of compensation written out, legal terms. Let's all sign it, and then okay, go ahead. So how is it fair that you can just tell me either you take this or you're gonna become unemployed? What's your choice? And so getting back to the nurses, sorry I went off on a little escapade over there because it's just senseless to me. It's just wrong on every level. But okay, so let's say you have these nurses that are protesting, right? And October rolls around, and you have a large majority of healthcare workers that are going to stick to their guns. They have other means of some kind of income. Maybe they're married, or maybe they have a side hustle. Maybe they started to have their own business. But anyway, they are just not having it. They are not going to get it. And so, sayonara deuces, we out of here. What are you going to do with your patients? Who's going to care for your patients? Because then what happens is you have an overload that's going to be passed on to the ones who did get this and are still around. They're already overworked. This thing is already surging out of control once again. But you have a mass majority of people that you fired them because they didn't comply with getting this. So your organization, you chose to fire these people, let them go. How does that help your patients now? Opposed to you sticking to the original plan, which was you can get this or wear face shield. You just jumped from okay. Scratch that. Never mind. That's not even an option anymore. The option is take this or you out of here. It's doing a huge disservice to the medical community, to the patients who are now really going to be neglected because their healthcare worker is going to be overworked, and they may quit because they're overworked. You can't call in any help from anywhere like they did when this thing first came about. You had nurses coming from near and far, all over the place to come help and fill in at different hospitals. But if you have a big majority of healthcare workers that are saying, I'm good, no, I'm not taking that, you can't call those people in to help. So again, the team, the people that are working are going to be overwhelmed. So I don't know how much they thought, how far into this they really thought. I guess they just thought, okay, well, people are not going to lose their jobs, so these are the ultimatums, and they're going to take it. They're going to take it because they're going to want to keep their jobs. Did you ever think that it may just not work that way? Did you ever think, okay, these people that are protesting, they serious, and we could lose a huge number of employees behind this option, this back door to make individuals get this fear mongering, this scare tactic, this scarcity, get this again, or you're out. Makes absolutely no sense. Makes me really upset because I am a patient ultimately that will need to go in and have my little 6 month treatment every 6 months. And if we wind up having a shortage of healthcare workers, those that chose not to get this, where does that leave me? What kind of help does that leave for me as a patient? What kind of patient care? How good is my patient care going to be? I don't want anybody working on me that's going to be rushing, sticking a needle in my arm to give me a chemo treatment and not reading my chart or not reading my information properly or not setting the settings for my drip properly, and something bad happens to me because they're rushing, because they're short staffed and overworked and juggling uh 5 patients at one time in a chemotherapy session, or mix my chemo up with another person's treatment. Is just unacceptable and it's crazy. And they really need to stop and think about that. Your healthcare workers, they are your frontline people. Yes, you want to keep them safe. We want to keep everybody safe, but you have to be smart about what you're doing. You are not being smart. They are not being smart by giving people that ultimatum. Yeah, and then they just sound so scripted. All of those higher ups that get on camera and do all this talking, they just sound scripted. They just say the same thing over and over and over and over. It's really for the protection of everybody. It's to keep everybody safe. Okay, well, let's speak on those who did get this and they had a breakthrough and they still called back. You make no sense. Again, for me as a patient that will have to go in for a treatment, I don't want an overworked staff member assisting me. Even though I watch them like a hawk anyway, every time I go. Keep in mind, you have got to be your own best advocate. You have to watch those people. You have to watch those that are administering anything. You make sure you read it before you shove it in your mouth. Make sure you look at it before they shove a needle in your arm, because human error. So I watch them like a hawk anyway. But with these pressures that they are putting on these people is just not right. And I wanted to do a video and do a little rant about it after looking at that YouTube video of those healthcare workers protesting, and just come on here and say, have they really thought this through? Because it seems like they just have a big chip on their shoulder, like it's do or die. You gonna take this, or you not gonna eat? That's it's just really the wrong approach. And I just pray that they get it together, because what's going to happen is it seems like, okay, you'll have a huge amount of people that will get fired or will leave or whatever, and then they're gonna be sitting there looking stupid, twiddling their thumbs like, okay, that didn't go quite as planned. So now what do we do? Because now you have all this hospital full of sick people, and you have 200 sick people and 50 workers. The math doesn't add up. So I just really think that's something that needs to be revisited. You higher ups in the healthcare community, you need to reevaluate that. Go back to allowing them to wear the proper masks while they tend to their patients. Stop trying to force people to get this. Let them have a choice. Now I know it's probably just gonna get worse as time goes on. Probably gonna need this to even go into grocery stores or what have you. So as preppers, I hope you are definitely staying on top of your prepping game, learning how to can, constantly buying your preps, your water, your food, learning new skills, having a skill set, having things to barter with. Because it looks like it is going to be an uphill battle, and you're gonna have people that are gonna be traitors, people gonna be snitches. You know what they say, snitches get stitches, right? Snitch on me, I may have to get my needle and thread, give you some stitches. Anyway, it's just terrible. I had saw somebody left a comment. I'll read other people's comments too. And this person was saying, "Oh yeah, I got my shot. I felt wonderful. I felt exhilarating. I felt on top of the world. And now I'm just waiting for the bartender to come back so I can have my second shot." I thought that was funny. So I just wanted to share that real quick. So anyway, I'll probably be back to do a video on that cruise ship. Did you guys see that? I don't know if you saw it or not. Anyway, that's a whole nother video. I've been on here long enough. I've vented long enough. That is my opinion, my thoughts. I like to keep my channel light hearted, but sometimes I may step to the side and bring a little bit of other information as well. So I hope you appreciate this video. I hope you appreciate the rant. I hope you are in agreement. I would love to hear your comments on what I have talked about. Please, please, please share. I'd like to know your thoughts. Do you think it's fair that they treat our healthcare workers like that? Especially those of us that have autoimmune illnesses and need medical treatment on an ongoing basis. I mean, do you want somebody rushing your treatment because they're overwhelmed with too many patients? Comment in the comment section. Anybody, everybody, let me know what you think. I'll see you guys in the next video. As always, wake up, start every day with that attitude of gratitude. Whew. And just take a deep breath, woosah, and hopefully the protests that they are doing can turn this thing around. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.